On that study, what we tried to do was to evaluate TMB, tumor mutational burden, as measured in the tumor tissue as a potential prognostic and as a potential predictive marker. That means, what is the influence of the tumor mutational burden of your tumor on your outcome when you're treated with chemo or with chemo-IO? This is the prognostic value. But secondly, also very important, are every single patient treated with chemo plus pembrolizumab benefiting from this therapy, or is there any specific subset which is benefiting the most related to TMB? Is there any specific subset that is not benefiting at all? And this is the type of analysis we have performed. So what we did was, have to say that was a, let's say, pre-specified analysis, and the analysis was done on a number of patients that had enough samples from 4 randomized trials, 2 phase 2, Keynote, O21C and O21D, and 2 phase 3, Keynote 189 and Keynote 407. So among those patients with material enough to be analyzed, we perform whole exome sequencing and then divide patients with tumor mutational burden high, more than 175 mutation, as compared to lower than 175 mutation per exome. And on those patients that were roughly a bit more than 50% of the patients actually included into the trial, where we got a TMB value. So we analyze what is the impact of TMB on response, PFS, and overall survival on the chemotherapy arms, but also on the chemotherapy plus pembrolizumab arms, and we did not see any significant effect. So those patients treated with chemo or treated with chemo plus IO, they did the same, regardless they had high tumor mutational burden or low. The second analysis was, there was any interaction between TMB and outcome of patients treated with chemo or chemo-IO, and the answer was no. So the benefit from chemo-IO was observed in all patients, among those treated with chemo-IO, but also on those patients treated with chemo alone. TMB is not an effective marker based on this data to select which patients should not be treated or who should be treated with Pembro plus chemo. In principle, based on this analysis, every patient would be candidate to benefit from Pembro plus chemotherapy.